Hey there, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Everlasting Summer. So last time, we looked around the mysterious world that we were in. The guy thinks he was dead for whatever reason. Don't know why exactly he went straight to, being dead as to just being stranded in a random place. But hey, I guess that's just how death works in Russia. I don't know, this dude's weird. Either way, after we looked around a little bit, a girl came out from nowhere. So, let's see who this girl is. And she's wearing a pioneer uniform. Obviously, we should know who you are, right? Or are you gonna introduce yourself, or... My logic didn't let me down this time. What logic? Wait, did I think I missed something. Then again, a pioneer uniform in the 21st century? Camp counselor? I mean, we can assume that this is a camp, right? So her wearing that uniform is because she's a part of the camp or something like that? I don't know. And then again, a girl here. I froze, unable to take a step. Because of the girl? Like, why are you... I felt very much like running away from the girl. The only person that you've seen in this entire... You're gonna run from her instead of actually trying to talk to her and understand what's going on. Yeah, that makes perfect sense, my friend. Running as far away as I could from this place, far away from the bus, the gate statues, and far from this bloody bird with the siesta. What bird? I mean, there's a bird chirping in the background, and there's also a bird chirping outside my window. I don't know which bird you're talking about. Just running, free like the wind, faster and faster, waving to the planets passing by, winking at the galaxies. I be one with the universe. You hear me? Saya, Athena, let me be a part of the saints. I praise you, Athena. All for Athena. Praise Athena. And then the saint I turned out to be is the freaking... God, what was that one guy? Not Jabu, the other guy, Hachi. You get to be the freaking whatever the hell he was. Screw that guy. Although then again, if you were Jabu, you get the unicorn gallop. And the unicorn gallop was pretty cool. Just saying, it's pretty nice. Anyway, no matter where, as long as it's far away from this place, And anyway, she just, coming closer and smiling. Kinda creepy. Alright. I couldn't help but notice her beauty, even though I was trembling with fear. I can understand your sentiment of being kind of scared in this situation, random girl coming out of nowhere in a random place that you have no idea how you've gotten here. Understand that. But... like, I would just be on my toes and necessarily wouldn't be afraid of her. Like, I'd probably, I've played enough video games to where I can go, okay, there's a random girl here. Maybe she'll be on my side, and maybe, just maybe, she'll just go random aggro. And if she goes random aggro, that's when you need to start running, or you find a rock. Because everybody knows the rock is the most powerful thing in the entire universe. At least that's what Shaman King Master of Spirits will tell you, constantly throwing rocks at me, you piece of shit Onis. Anyway, what's going on? I just really wanted to get less complicated and stopped thinking in a formal quotes from an encyclopedia, though my thoughts appeared one by one, being stupid, out of place, as if taken from an eternal monologue of the hero of some junky softcore crime fiction book. A pretty Slavic face and long braids that looked like 2 armfuls of fresh hay, those blue eyes that you could drown in. You must have arrived. Yes, I just did. Your eyes are huge. Don't reply or reply. Now, despite how this choice might seem, this choice actually kinda matters, and I guess I can kinda get into how the system of the routes work in this game. There's an affection system in this game. And the way the affection system works is if you have, I hope I'm getting this right. If you have 6 or less points by the end of whoever's route of whoever girl you're going to be trying to go after, if you have 6 or less, you're going to end up getting the bad end. However, if you have 9 points or more with whatever girl you're going to be going after, you can end up getting the good end. If you're somewhere in between, I think you automatically get the bad one anyway, so be wary of that. And for the most part, I'm pretty sure each choice kind of matters. I'm not entirely certain if there is a choice that doesn't matter or doesn't really mess or that doesn't mess with the affinity within this game. But for her, I'm pretty sure in order to get some points with her, you have to reply to her. The way I'm gonna do the routes in this, I'm not entirely sure. Hi, phone. Why does the phone always have to ring when I start recording? Like, I'm just sitting around doing nothing. I'm playing Dragon Ball Xenoverse. It doesn't ring for shit. I'm like, oh yeah, you know what? I'll probably record a little something today. Starts ringing off the fuck. Alright, whatever. But anyway, I'm not sure exactly how I'm gonna do the routes in this game. For the most part, I'm thinking that I might just kind of play it by ear. I'll just go by each girl. Because there's more to this later on, and we'll see it when we get to that point in time in the game. But I don't know. I might just kind of decide. I might arbitrarily decide to go after a random girl. My favorite girl we haven't met yet. We saw it in the opening, however. So the redhead with the little pigtails. That's my favorite. I love her. But yeah, I'll probably just end up playing it arbitrarily. I don't know. I'll go after, if I remember what leads to what, then I'll just keep moving on. Alternatively, I can just look up the walkthrough, which I'll probably end up doing. So yeah, for right now, I'll go ahead and be nice to her and I'll apply, because random chick, why not talk to her? Yeah, I just arrived. Okay. I don't know what's up with the computer, but for whatever reason, whenever animations change or when an animation starts, it seems to really kind of lag a bit. It's kind of weird. Oh, well, she welcomed me. That's nice. Strange. It looked as if I had if I had just a normal girl in front of me. If I had just a normal girl. Strange. It looks as if I had just a normal girl. Okay, that was me reading it stupid. Got it. I'm the dumb one in the situation. That usually is the case. But I shouldn't have returned here. The woods and the fields seem better. Yes, the wood and the fields seem so much better. Oh, I could spend my entire time with a really hot chick, or I could spend my time in lones of woods with a possible wolf will eat my face. Yeah, that makes total sense, man. Wolves that can eat your face, or a hot chick with boobs. Just saying here, boobs or teeth in the face. I don't know which one you guys would prefer, but I'm going after the boobs. Just saying. Anyway, what shall I do next? Try to speak with her as if she was human, or run away, or what? Because she's totally not human. I mean, she looks human. For all we know, she couldn't be human. That is true. This guy probably has the right idea in this case. See what I'm saying? See? I could be playing Dragon Ball Xenoverse right now, and that phone wouldn't make a single fucking sound. But all of a sudden, I started recording, and everybody wants to call the house. Anyway, the blood was pumping unbearably in my head, and other places, tearing it apart from the inside, a little bit more than the poor pioneer girl would be splattered with the gruesome contents of my skull. Wow, that's kinda dark, bro. What's so funny about that? Funny about what? Are you reading my mind? She sent shivers down my spine and my knees started to tremble. Nothing. Oh, was he just uncomfortably laughing? I guess that's what was happening. Alright. What's so great about that? I have no idea what's happening. Suddenly, a thought crossed my mind. To hell with that. To hell with all that. Forget about the bus behind me, the fact that it was winter yesterday and summer today. I wanted to rip off my itchy sweater and just accept that all of this is actually happening. Everything is as it should be. All of this is for the best. So, would you happen to know? You should go to a camp leader. She'll tell you everything. Look, You go straight ahead to the square and then turn left. You'll see several small cabins. She pointed at the gates as if I knew what was behind them. Well, you can ask someone where Olga Dimitrievna, Russia, Dimitrievna, I don't know how to pronounce it. Okay, Dimitrievna. I'm going with that. Dimitrievna, and is actually giving you a little bit of a knowledge here. Dimitrievna, I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that right, is a patronymic, a derivative from a person's father's name, in this case Dimitri, put by Russians after the person's first name as a sign of respect or formal address. It's kind of like, I guess you could say it's somewhat similar to Japan. I'm going to assume this is kind of somewhat similar to Japan's san, sama, hornophonics type thing. But in this case, I think it's not necessarily, in Japan's case, it's more derivative of, the person. If it's someone that you're relatively close to, or just a relative acquaintance, you might use san, or kun. But if it's like an upperclassman, senpai, and if it's someone you really respect, you'll generally be dono. But in this case, I think, in this case, it's somewhat different. It's more so something that you would generally use when you're talking to someone. That's probably what you use when you're referring to them by name. At least that's what I think. I'm not entirely sure, but it's pretty cool. I got it? No, I don't. I don't know what's happening. So you want me to go straight and then take a left? Okay. I've got to go. Wait, no. Hold. Ah, great. Well, that usually happens. Hot girl comes up out of random, shows up, and she just disappears through the gates of that. Well, and all of this to show the bus and the travels while awake or asleep were troubling only to me, while everything here is just the way it's supposed to be. Camp leader, pioneer uniform. What are they doing? A historical reenactment here? Or it could be a camp. Just saying. Looks kind of like a camp. Why would a historical reenactment happen here in particular? But whatever. I hope I won't find Lenin standing on top of an armored car in the square. That would be very terrifying, but kind of awesome. I mean, it'd be one thing if... Well, no, Stalin was Germany, wasn't he? He wasn't Russia. I think Stalin was Germany, right? I get my history mixed up. I'm very bad with history. I know Lenin was definitely Russia. Stalin, I'm pretty sure, was Germany. Or was he sometime after? I do not know. Either way, after standing alone for a while, I head into the camp. So a mere 50 meters ahead, one small story house popped up in the left side. The sign near the door said club. Where? Right there? Is that one it? The billboard? Or is that one it? On the left. With the bucket? I don't know. I was about to come closer when the door suddenly opened and a short girl wearing a pioneer uniform came out. Her pretty face gave me the impression of one suffering the fate of the whole mankind with a truly universal sorrow. Dude! You are just all types of freaking philosophical, aren't you? What was your major? When you were in university, were you a freaking... Oh man, oh whatever. So as soon as she saw me, the girl froze as if frightened. I froze too, considering what was the best to do, to approach first or wait until she showed some initiative. Or maybe run away after all. Because running away is always the best option, kids. Although this last option was constantly being suggested only by my self-preservation intact, at least that's what I like to believe. Not the worst human instinct, but far from the most logical. This instinct played poker against deductive abilities, and the outcome would be predetermined. And those deductive abilities, or at least the semblance, were hinting to me that there was no need to be afraid of this girl. Hey, there she is! And the music kicked up again. Awesome! So a girl wearing a bright red t-shirt with a USSR written on it. That's USSR? Okay. That says CCP, that says CCCP, but I don't know Russian. That probably is USSR. So anyway, such a perfect reproduction of the age. She looked quite short from the distance and was probably younger than both pioneer girls. The one at the gates and this girl at the door of the clubs. So at last I decided to come closer, but the USSR, as I called her in my mind, jumped toward the first girl and started telling her something while wildly waving her arms. The other girl in turn seemed confused and lowered her gaze, remaining silent. I would probably have continued to observe the amusing dialogue, but the USSR suddenly pulled something out of her pocket and started waving it in front of the first girl's face. Yeah, that seems about right. It's a grasshopper. But either way, ladies and gents, we're going to end the part right here on this little adorable picture. It's just great. And I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, you guys can go ahead and leave some likes. But if you didn't, you guys can go ahead and dislike it. If you guys have a comment, you can leave it within the comment section. And if at any point in time you guys did happen to like the sound of my stupid voice, you guys can go ahead and subscribe. Till then, ladies and gents, I'll see you all later.